and just catch it. Okay, so some of my handles here, LinkedIn, Instagram, and site and Twitter. Okay, so I think this slide managing this place and food and a lot of things. Okay, so our agenda would be the SharePoint agents. So first of all, who all know what is SharePoint? Any idea on SharePoint? Okay. Yes. I think I have only one mic, so I couldn't share. No. Okay. So. Okay. Good. Remembers. Good. Okay. I saw that. Okay. So mostly I think around this year it reaches around 25 years. And it's a content management tool. We can manage a lot of contents, documents or items or videos, lot of things, and it will be the same as like how you are handling in Windows folders and for using this SharePoint based on that how the building is happening, because whatever agent or ChatGPT, even we use ChatGPT. If you want to use advanced techniques, we have to pay something, right? So there is a billing is definitely there in agent. So how we can calculate the event or calculate those agent for the organization or enterprise. Okay. So for that, how we can enable or how we can create an agent for that in the intranet. Okay. That's what we are going to see at first. Okay. Now I already told it's a content management tool. The SharePoint is. I think who have attended maybe Sadi's session, I think he has shared some idea about what is SharePoint agent. So I'll also just give some idea on that. What is SharePoint agent? So I have already mentioned the SharePoint is a content management tool. There are a lot of contents out there in the SharePoint. So the users or the employees are struggling to find the actual content present in the SharePoint. Okay, so they have the SharePoint searches there. By using the SharePoint search, they can able to find the contents or items from the SharePoint. But even though that is not much friendlier, maybe if you go on Google and then search for some response, and you have to just go on some page nation and then you have to scroll something, and then you can find the answer, right? Likewise, the SharePoint also has search. We have to search for some query and use some response. You have to go to the document or page. Then only I have to just search for a specific page or specific line to find out the answer. Okay. This SharePoint agent will help us to give as same as like ChatGPT. Okay. This gives the actual response. You don't need to go on each page or you don't need to go on each document to find out. It will give you it will crawl that query and then get the data from the document or multiple pages, and it summarizes and gives you the response. And also it gives you the reference to those documents when you are creating and getting the response. Okay. So in the SharePoint agent, there are two kind of agents. By default, the Microsoft 365 stack has. One is ready-made agent, and the other one is custom-made agent. Okay. I think in naming itself, I think you are aware of that. So ready-made agent, whenever you create a SharePoint site, by default it has its own agent. Okay, so it's ready-madely it's coming, so you can use directly that agent, and then you can get the response. The custom-made agent is based on our requirement. Maybe I want to get information about some policies, or I want to get some information about what related to projects. Something, okay? So for that I want to create a specific agent. So that one we can using, that is called a complete agent. Okay? This is summarized. Create an agent to get that information. I'm just going on deep, sorry. So I can just select some document libraries and then I can just create an agent. So it's look like low code, okay? So it is very flexible and I don't need to write any code to create an agent. I can directly go to the document library, I can just select some documents in it, and then there's an option to create an agent. By using that I can create an agent. Okay? So SharePoint agent, just showing in SharePoint site. Okay? Let me open. Okay. So this is a simple SharePoint site. Okay. So here in the top right, you can see certain icons. This is the Copilot icon. You can see this one. So when you click on this, it will display by default knowledge agent preview. Okay. So that is by default is create. This is called default agent. Okay, and then a lot of other agents as well. So these are some of the, okay, I think this is, let me go to it. This is a default ready-made agent. You see, the name is Welcome to Shantha Kumar Palace agent. Welcome to Shantha Kumar Palace. This is a site name, and the agent is by default is created. It's called ready-made. I can just maybe click on this. So because this is a sample site, I didn't have much information present in this site. So even though I just given some summarized recent files. Okay. So the agent files I have recently created, so it's giving that information, and SharePoint pages, policy documents, report sheets, it gives us some response. And you can see in the bottom, you can see the reference link to that particular file. Okay, this is a ready-made agent, and another one is maybe here you can see agent 4. These are all custom-made agent. This is developed using Copilot Studio. That's what we are going to see. And some are the like agents like I can go to some. And then documents. Okay. Let me. So here I have some select, some here also I can just from here I can just click new agent and then open agent. So its name is different, and I can select a knowledge source for this. Click here. Edit agent. I can select from the sources. I can choose whatever. If I want to add additional websites or additional SharePoint sites or additional document like this, I can just choose here and then I can create it. That is called, this we can say as a custom made agent. And then I can also add some predefined prompts. Here you can see summarized, tell me more about. Likewise, I can add some additional prompts here. And then I can give some initial instruction to the agent. So likewise, we can create directly from SharePoint site. Okay. So next other thing is, so I'm not going to create it, so because I'm going to create an agent from Copilot Studio. So that is a tool that is used to create an agent. So that is we can just more customize that. Okay, we can connect with additional connectors or third-party connectors like Salesforce, SAP. There also we can easily connect and get the data and display it in agents. Okay. So.
Custom agents that we are creating, no? It is working fine and everything. And let's say we want this.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Because he is asking whatever custom-made agent we are creating, shall we make that as a default agent, right? Yeah, we can make it. So there is an option available to make it as default. So by using that, we can set that as a default agent to that site. Yeah. Yeah. So any other questions, doubts? Initially, so after the agent is ready, the enterprises or organizations use fear to go or fear to use these agents, because whenever you use the agent, there are a lot of tokens you have to send and get it right. So If that happens, there is a lot of back end thing is happening. Based on that, there is cost is paying or price is paying in the back end. Because no one knows so how many tokens we are sending as a request, how many tokens we are getting as a response. So based on the tokens. So here mostly they are calling it as a credits, credits or Azure AI credit something. So that will be every enterprise gets fear on using this. Okay, because that is one is cost is more what they are expecting. Another one is. Another one is they are fearing about because there is a Copilot license is there. They can have to use maybe $30 per month per user. So if you think if the enterprise having maybe 500 users or 1,000 users, if they want to assign a license to these agents, they have to pay you can see $30K. Okay, so that is huge for every enterprise. And another problem is because all the users won't use. These users, maybe 100 or 200 users, mostly active users will use the agents. So instead of paying 200 users, they are paying 1,000 users, okay, to the Microsoft. It is a huge cost, and for that, and also all the enterprise or the organizations wants to use this AI feature as well. They want to use it, but they want to contain the cost of the agents. Okay, so this is a huge problem is like all the organizations are facing because even though because some of the clients asking me about how to resolve this, they are paying, they are asking having 100 users, they are having 200 users, but only 10 users are active. But sometimes they will use it, they want to pay. So do I need to pay for all 100 users? They are asking like that. So there are a lot of clients or all kind of organizations having this question. Okay, and then why the problem is because all the organization doesn't know about the usage, actual usage. How does SharePoint is used? How the employees are using the SharePoint? What kind of documents they are saying, or what kind of documents they are frequently visiting or searching for it. Okay, so there is a lack of visibility in actual usage. So these are the things or problem with the enterprise or organization. Okay, so they have some problem, but what exactly are the employees doing inside the SharePoint? Okay, so they have the internal website. The internal website they are having a lot of policy documents. They are having a lot of project information. They are having a lot of task information. Okay, so even though they are having a lot of maybe knowledge base or knowledge base related to the organization. There are a lot of data is there. There are a lot of departments is also there in the enterprise, right? So they want to know, or users or enterprise or organization wants to know which department is using a lot of documents or which department is using what kind of contents. They want to know this information. Okay, there comes that SharePoint is also has a compliance to track these usages, and also the SharePoint has the SharePoint usage site or page to get this information. So by using that, they can get the usage information because these are the things we need to create an agent. Okay, what kind of documents or what kind of content the employees are using, so that enterprise can spend that money on creating those kind of agents alone instead of creating n number of other type of agents. Okay, so this is why usage monitoring. Okay, so this will help the enterprise or companies to create that kind of agent, spend the money on that particular agent alone. Okay, and just keep on talking on that. Okay, so this will help them too. So based on the usage, that helps them to identify what kind of agents they can build. Okay, that's what they are identifying the opportunities for agents because I already spoken this information in previous slides. So I just move on. Okay, so now we have the usage. So what the company knows what kind of data they are using. Okay, that they have, and what kind of agent they want to build, that also they understand. Now, when they assign this Copilot or agent to the employees, there are two kind of options. One is Copilot license, per user license, I already mentioned $20 per user per month. Okay, and another one is Azure Pay-As-You-Go subscription. Okay, so based on the usage or based on the request they are sending, so I'm getting the response, based on that they can pay. Okay, so this will help us avoid paying $30 per month for a user. Okay, so and then so if the agent or employees wants to heavily using that agent, I recommend they can directly go to Copilot per user license. So they are sometimes occasionally accessing the agent, or not all the employees are accessing the agent. Then, or based on the department, they want to restrict the licensing. Okay, so then they can directly go to Azure Pay-As-You-Go subscription. Okay, this is what I am going to do. Go show it the next demo. Okay, let me. It comes by default. Okay, so I think in the previous slide I mentioned there are two kind of agents. One is ready-made agent, custom-made agent. So ready-made agent will by default, whenever you create a SharePoint site, it comes by default. But if you want to access that default agent, you need a Copilot license. Yeah, previous site, but now if you create a new site, by default it will come. But when you access that agent, you need a license. Okay, or subscription, so that you can use that agent. Okay, so maybe you can check whether you have a license or not. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me just go once back to here. Okay, so now we are what we are going to do is, so we are going to create agent in Copilot Studio. Okay. I think the demo is overall over, and so for building this kind of agent, there's a roadmap for the enterprise. We have to just convince the enterprise like okay. So there's a roadmap for that. First, they have to understand the usage of SharePoint. Okay, so by monitoring. So these are the two things we need. They have to monitor and find out the usage, and then identify what kind of agent they can develop. This is third point. And where which user have to apply that agent. Okay, and then based on that they have to create an agent and then assign this policy. This is the actual roadmap for creating an agent for the requirement of our company. Okay.
Just one quick question.
Yeah.
So, what would be your recommendations or suggestions to the customers on the pricing of it, right? Because the pay-as-you-go model is one, right? What are the parameters that we need to consider? What are the criteria that we need to consider when we propose the cost or the base price for this?
Okay. So that's what. So we have to find out the usage. So what kind of users are using the SharePoint, how much? So they are frequently or continuously daily purpose they are using it. Then I can suggest a Copilot per user license. See, anyway they are searching for using the Copilot every day. Definitely it will reach us more than $30. Okay. So I think for that they can easily pay the $30 for them. So for some kind of maybe inactive users or occasional users, so if they are like that, then we can go for pay-as-you-go subscription. So that's what we can create a separate group and we can add certain groups. Sometimes or occasionally using, we can add the users to that particular group and then we can apply the pay-as-you-go subscription and then we can apply it.
We can make use of mix of both, right?
Yeah, we can use mix of both, yes. So that's what, so we can create a set. For Copilot license also, we can create a separate group and we can assign the Copilot license to that particular group.
Because many organizations won't give Copilot license for all.
Yes, right, yes. Because they are, it's go beyond the limit. Okay. Just, yeah.
Okay, and the user does not have Copilot license, they will be able to use that features for the SharePoint, or how is it?
That's what, so if they doesn't have a Copilot license, that's what the alternate way is assigning pay-as-you-go subscription, and whenever they need it, they can search and get a response. Okay, that's what the alternate model this is. But if the user is heavily using the Copilot or agents, I'll recommend go with Copilot per user license. Okay.
Apart from the policy agents, any other agents, right? Let's say SharePoint. If I want to create a page based on big markets, or if I want to add some content, a lot of pages will be created. Right?
Yeah, that
One
is.
on tagging.
Yeah, that is already there in the Copilot within that Power Platform or Power Apps, right? That's what you are asking. So that's already a Copilot is there. So I think for that all.
For the SharePoint content.
Oh.
In organization, they'll be getting a lot of contents, right? Newsletters, posts.
No, my question is related to.
Interesting.
Okay, so you already told it's intranet portal. So if it is intranet portal, there will be a lot of contents that's going to be shared with the associates in the organization. Not only the documents, but there will be a lot of posts, news articles, which has to be shared across the employees, right? So whenever we create a content, it should be automatically tagged based on the content within the page. So any agents that has been created to do this job, that is one question. The other one is that previous question. So,
Okay, yeah, maybe we can discuss maybe outside. So that. So this is for this. We can that Copilot. So remember, if you are creating an agent within SharePoint, it doesn't have that much of triggers associated. But if I create an agent in Power the Copilot Studio, I can create a trigger. So if you say if I added a new page to that particular site pages library or site, I can make some trigger created in Power Automate, and then I can map that to Copilot Studio agent. Then we can achieve the same thing you were asking. Okay? Okay? Yeah, so any questions? Any give it a response as soon as possible. Okay? I think it's almost, I think we are running into lunchtime. Yeah.
The main agenda is we want to see the details, who has continuously searching the pages and long-term library. But I want to see the output.
You want to see that how? Okay. Because already another session has happened on that, so that I just skipped that. Okay. So I told you that. So there's a summary I just run that wrong. So that's what it gives you the response. If you want to customize it, you want to customize that response? That's what you're asking, or okay. So in Copilot Studio, there is maybe I have to just there are a lot of topics associated to each Copilot Studio agent. I have to go to that particular topic. There is some kind of actions within the topic that you can just modify it, and then you can just customize the response, or you can just control that response. You want, maybe we can speak maybe outside, or I can show you the demo of that. Because if I show that, it will take additional time. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Thank you all. So maybe end of the day, I think we'll share you the feedback link. There you can share your feedbacks, or maybe any doubts. Maybe you can just reach me at any point of time. Maybe this one. Okay. I think thank you all for staying. Thank you.